inspired today while walking through my local grocery store. I love to do this thing I call salad bar shopping, and it's exactly what it sounds like. I go through and check out all of their pre-washed, ready-to-go ingredients, and I get completely inspired to make a meal at home. Today I'm going to teach you about my salad bar quesadillas. I have 3 different kinds that we're going to choose from. The first one is going to be a breakfast one, and we're going to use fresh baby spinach, hard-boiled egg, along with bacon, cherry tomatoes, and Monterey Jack cheese. Then we're going to move on to a different one that's going to start with grilled chicken. It has all kinds of fresh veggies in it, like sugar snap peas, carrots, broccoli, and then a 2-cheese blend. And then finally, we're going to go a little more traditional with the steak fajita quesadilla that's going to have colorful bell peppers and onions, cheddar cheese, and we're going to use a traditional flour tortilla for that one. Alright, as promised, I'm going to teach you this hearty, easy, take-with-you breakfast. Yeah, this is going to be the one that we're going to get off the salad bar stuff. We're going to start with some fresh baby spinach. And since this has already been cleaned and prepped, I don't have to do anything to it. I may run my knife through it a little bit to make it a little easier to eat. Then we're going to move on and prep up a few of these cherry tomatoes. And again, guys, very little prep. That's why I got this size. A couple slices down and they'll be ready to go. The bacon bits that are in here are already chopped and ready, as well as the egg and the shredded cheese. So real quick, I'm just going to run my knife through the spinach to make sure that it's all bite-sized and doesn't have a problem staying in. And then cherry tomatoes are very easy to cut. Take about 2 or 3 slices each, and they're done. I think one of the biggest mistakes that people can make in their own kitchens at home is cutting themselves. And the quickest way to do that is to A, start with a dull knife, and B, to not wield the knife correctly. And it has to be used as an extension of your hand instead of as a tool. If you're holding the knife here, it doesn't give you a whole lot of freedom to move and not a lot of control. If you grip the blade as well as the handle, then you have a lot more movement and a lot more control so that there's a lot less cuts and nicks. Several different ways to make a quesadilla, and one of the first ways I'm going to teach you today is by doing it in the oven. I have my oven preheated to 425 on bake, and I have a very old cookie sheet that's been well seasoned and well used, lined with parchment paper. The parchment paper is non-stick, which means it's not going to keep my quesadilla or any of its delicious ingredients. I'm going to take one of our multi-grain tortillas and put it face down and get ready for the rest of this. I'm going to add a little bit of our Monterey Jack cheese. Now this one's going to be made open-faced. We're going to fold it later and then cut it. So we need to make sure it's nicely even all the way around. And I try to leave a little bit of a space right in the middle so that when I fold it, it doesn't all come out the sides. Alright, that looks good. We're going to add a little bit of our fresh baby spinach to this. Doesn't have to be a whole lot. We're going to add some of our cut up tomatoes. That already looks delicious and ready to eat. We're going to add in a little bit of our hard-boiled egg. What a time saver that is, already hard-boiled. And our last ingredient, and everybody's favorite, bacon. Put that right on top. I like to put it on last so that when the heat of the oven hits it, it crisps up again. Alright, this looks fantastic. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to have a great day now. I'm going to stick this in the oven. And it's just on the center rack, nothing special. And we're going to let that hang out in there for just a couple of minutes until the cheese is melted. When it's all done, I'm going to fold it in half, cut it into strips, and show you how to wrap it up and take it with you. Alright, so our first quesadilla is almost done in the oven. We've got one more step before we finish it up. I'm going to go ahead and pull it out. And I'm gonna add just a little bit of cheese to the top of this. You can see it already looks fantastic, and that bottom layer of cheese has melted very nicely. We're gonna add just a little bit of extra cheese on top, and what that's gonna do is it's gonna be our glue to hold the whole thing together when we take it out. Stick that right back in. All right, let's check it out. Oh, that looks fantastic. All right. One last thing I'm gonna do here. We're gonna fold this quesadilla in half. Oh, it looks fantastic. Just slightly crispy around the edges. Whew, nice and hot. Pull that right over. Change it to a plate. And as you can see, no mess. Oh, I'm done cleaning. All right. Now, in order to make this the best breakfast quesadilla, we're going to show you how to cut it and wrap it so that you can take it with you. Cut it in half this way. One more time there. One more time there. If you have time, you can sit at home and really enjoy this right now. Or you can grab a little bit of aluminum foil. Take your quesadilla, put it right inside, and wrap it up. Breakfast on the go.